Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Okay, welcome back. 9:25. Sorry, I just had to pay for it, so. They hate when I do that. When I get into interviews and I just go, yeah, let's just take a time out here. It keeps you waiting.
You have to pay the bills. I really want that for
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I do for a living.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
FreezinForFunds.com, as it sounds. We don't need to add any numbers in there. Thank you for doing that, because every time I think I have something, it's always like someone throws in the actual number. They throw in like a weird period somewhere in the web link. God bless you for making this simple for CJ today. Well, and too, what I want to shout out before we go back into this is that you guys already have sponsors really supporting this, and I really think it's cool. So let me just give a brief shout out, if I could, to the franchise: Mike Fanistock, Miller King, Lewis and Clark, Simmons, Riverbend Kitchen and More. If I have to hear McGraw one more time talk about them, Little Medical School and Big Z Media. I think it's a really cool thing. And how does it feel knowing that this something that started as just kind of a chit chat conversation has really grown into such a really cool staple event? And I think it's staple if a village calls you and says, "Where are you?"
Well, I think it's been really a fantastic event for us, especially coming from just an organic setting. We just started out just playing around with it, and then it's grown, and the community has really gotten behind us. And as you mentioned there, the sponsors have been fantastic. And it's really just been spreading the word, talking to folks.
Yeah.
And then I think what's been great about it, we set it so it would be $250 for a sponsorship. And then with the $250, you actually get 2 shirts that come with that. And of course, you can always donate more, but $250 is what we were asking for. And then if you do jump, you don't have to jump. That was one of the things we wanted to clarify.
Okay, because I wondered that too. Because I thought, is there just a way I can like metaphorically or theoretically jump?
CJ, I will tell you, the majority of the people just donate the money.
Right.
Because, like, I have to continue to stress, like, we make zero out of this. So everything that we are raising, yes, it costs us for the shirts, but honestly, the person who is doing the shirts for us they're not making any profits off it. So it's really $10 or something like that. The rest of it goes in towards the charity that's going to win.
Wow. So that's huge, actually.
Yeah, we don't want to collect anything, but majority of these people, they just say, hey, we want to try to get our charity of choice to win, and boom. So like if you go to an organization, you may go to a Rotary and they may say, well, guess what? We're going to put in 20 people. Well, now you got 20 chances to win. I mean, the more that you get, the better it is for you. Or a soccer club, Alton Irish, perfect example.
Right.
If all those kids from Alton Irish put in $30, your chances of winning, and it goes strictly to the organization that wins it. So
that's really cool. Okay, now this is all making a ton of sense to me.
Yeah.
The ins and outs of this are really so. This is basically almost like a charitable lottery.
Charitable lottery.
Yeah.
We wanted to do something completely different. Like, hey, guess what? Let's do something different because, we couldn't do the polar plunge per se because they give exactly. Now, we love that charity that they give to, but we wanted to give it to a chance, like have something fun with it. And that's why people love it. So go ahead, Cami.
I just think it's exciting to even be there that day.
Yeah.
So we love to have people even come sponsor the event, but also come and just watch. It doesn't matter if you jump or not. We don't care.
Is there any
we
heckling?
Yeah. I do it like Craig. We're like, Craig, you're going in. He's like, I'm going in. Well, the day of, Craig went in maybe up to your
Me and Trish,
ankles.
our ankles were up to here.
I went further, but his son, Jake, went underwater.
Jake went underwater. He was like preparing for this for like months. Like,
cold baths.
I was like, what? The funny part about it is literally, it was frozen ice, and City of Godfrey went out and chopped the ice so we had a nice little area. Yes. So they did everything for it. Was crazy.
Wow. And the firemen they were able to sit on the ice a little further back. So if anybody did like slip, which I kind of slipped a little, but when you go in, they were there to just pull you up just in case, which was super nice. So they all just monitored, and they used it right for their training program, so they could use it as a survival thing.
It was awesome.
It was great.
This is checking all the boxes off, really.
We had Shivers there in Salvation Army. So Shivers have a coffee truck. I
Yeah.
think they're
Yes.
probably doing it. Salvation Army they were awesome. They had hot chocolate there. Like these guys were saying,
St.
it's a
Peter's
fun
is
event.
donating heaters for us so we could warm it. It was the funniest day is it wasn't really cold, and then that day it got super cold. And then the YWCA is letting us use their warming van, so if people are actually really cold, they can sit in there and wait for us, or if they get too cold, go back into it. So we have a lot of things.
There's a lot of moving parts. in this.
Yeah.
There's a changing room there, so if people want to get out of those
Yes.
cold clothes, they can go change. So that makes it nice too.
How did you guys, because this is, with all the things you have, the components with the warming trucks and the changing rooms, this is something that would happen, year 5 or 6 into events, so was it just talking about all the FAQs between yourselves and saying, what do we need? How did that come
I
to play?
honestly think growing up here in Alton and being still here in Alton, Craig and I and Trisha's back to Alton and Tanya's in Alton, it's who we know.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it started. We're texting people and we're like, hey, do you want to donate? Hey, do you want to sponsor? And it's really through the people that we know. And you always hear that. Whoever you know sometimes can get you a job. Well, whoever you know can support this kind of charity.
But we
so it's
also,
really helped us.
Like I said, we had a lot of support from the Godfrey Alton area.
Yeah.
But I will also tell you, please, 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 if you are in Wood River, if you are in Bethalto, if you're in Jerseyville, we welcome you to do this because we would like it to be the big Riverbend area. Just because we're from Alton High does not mean this is an Alton event or it's a
Right.
Godfrey event, which just so happens this is where it's at. But we did have somebody last year, and it was phenomenal that their son, struggled with some different things, and his polar plunge was his favorite thing. They brought their family out. It was an awesome event, but we really encourage everyone to come. So.
Just making sure the microphone was working for all of you in Wood River and not in Alton and Godfrey. We want you out there. But, you just hit on something that was really important, and that's the fact that, I think sometimes in the Riverbend communities, we always think we're on an island, like here's Alton, and then here's Godfrey, and then here's Grafton. But look at the Irish Sports Organization you just mentioned, and all these great groups around the Riverbend. It's kids coming together from all neighborhoods, all cities.
Right.
And that's why I think it's cool that we're, expanding this to saying, hey, everybody get out here and let's have some fun, and hopefully your charity of choice wins.
Yeah.
And I think it's really great because it's not just this area. It's
Yeah.
not just Alton. And I think that was really what we were trying to promote, was making it really more of an area-wide event.
Yeah.
So that folks, if they're trying to raise money for, homeless, if they're trying to raise money for folks that need food, or if they need folks that just are sporting events, and these are all those young kids in middle school, whatever, any of those events, they just put all their money together, buy tickets, boom, 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 and then eventually they have that lottery chance where they pull the ticket and it goes to their organization.
Now, what's the face of the? Have you seen an organization win and living in real time? Has that happened there, where the organization
Yeah.
might be there? No kidding.
We actually had Madeline Eves.
Oh, was she?
She is the president of the Alton Athletic Association, so we actually took the check to her at one of their events, and we got our photo with her when we handed her the check, and they were extremely excited because it was kind of a rebuilding of Alton Athletic
Yeah, it
Association
was.
after COVID. There was a lot of things, and a lot of parents
Big time.
they didn't know what Alton Athletic Association was. We had a lot of new kids coming into the high school, so it really helped promote them too. And we were happy to give it to them.
Well, that to me would be awesome if one of the nonprofits is there, or charities, and all of a sudden you see their eyes light up when you pull their name out of the
Yeah.
bucket. That's
great.
a really cool thing.
That's our goal here.
Yeah.
That was really why we wanted to do this. We're like, hey, how can we give up and do something unique and different? And yeah, it's been awesome because I've gotten to get closer with these guys. Mindy's been helping us out, Mark Haynes,
Shane Calhoun.
Like we've, a class of '86. A lot of these kids are. A lot of these guys that I haven't talked to in a while, and we become great friends again. So it's been great on that aspect too. So.
And Tawnya Hooper really wanted to be here to speak,
Tawnya
but she's
is-
out of town right now. So I said, we'll be okay. But she missed being here, so she wanted to say hi.
Oh, Tanya lives across from my aunt. She's awesome. She's awesome.
is.
I miss you, Tanya. We'll get you next time. But so deadlines for registration on this event is a month away on the 22nd of December, correct?
That's right.
Just so we can get the shirts on time.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. And then registration fee, $30, or if you want to, keep
Pony
going,
up.
keep
Oh,
going.
that's more, yeah.
Giving Tuesday is on Tuesday. Just
Yes,
saying.
thank you.
Thank you, CJ.
And what I wanted to make sure of too is just whenever we're talking about this, we already hit on it once, but you don't have to jump in the lake or walk in the lake. You can very easily just donate, support the mission of Freezin For Funds. Craig's not going to push you in. I might. But so there's no jumping or anything like that. When you're doing this, how long of a plunge is this? Are we talking a couple of seconds here?
Pretty much.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, good.
30 seconds or less. It's not long.
Literally, I think registration was like at 10 or something like that. And 10:30, we get everybody together and we say, jump in the water. And everybody, some people walk
Some people
and
run.
some people jump and run. Like, again, Jacob, he was crazy. But the most important part is you have to wear some kind of shoe, because you're correct.
Yeah.
You don't know what's down there. But
Tetanus.
but it was a blast, and you think that you're gonna freeze to death, and you're like, but
It's not that
It's
bad.
not bad at all, and it was below zero,
It was
it was freezing.
And CJ, I would just say it was fun. We specifically chose this time because we thought a lot of college kids would be
Right.
home. And so we would welcome any of those college kids to come out and jump in and have a little bit of, camaraderie around that, or throw down like I dare you kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And so we would really welcome that.
That is an easy bet of Coors Light right there, you know? I can say
I
it
mean,
along.
when the mayor came out in his wetsuit and just started, no. But,
Pay-per-view.
Yeah.
No, I did. You're absolutely right. I mean, that would be really cool for the kids before they head on back into their spring semester, where they're going. Get all the family together one last time, and this is perfect for me. I always hate the long marathon events because it's like, what time do I show up? If I get there too early, no one's there, and then I can't say hi, and then if I get there too late, everyone's gone. So this is a quick in and out really thing to start your morning. Get there at 10 a.m. when registration begins, and by 11:30 we're out the door and we're moving on down the road.
that's it.
So, CJ, are you going to jump with us?
I think I'm going to.
Yes!
I think I'm going. Well, the only reason is I don't have to get my hair wet.
There.
Oh, you do. Yes, you
You've never seen
Yes.
Suave freeze so fast.
do.
I'm dying.
So if anyone from the class of 86 is watching this and maybe they haven't reached out, but they're going, this is really cool, is there a way that they can get in contact with you?
Definitely. They can just... my contact information's on the participant page, so if they just go to freezinforfunds.com, I'm on there. They can talk to me. Also, just if they need our text or whatever, our phone numbers, we can get a hold of them. We are already reaching. We have people donating from Florida, California already. These are, of course, friends of ours from high school, but it really helps. We're trying to reach everybody. So
But it's cool to know, though, that even though they might have moved out,
yeah, they still care about us here and doing it.
that's the cool thing. I mean, really is. When's your guys' next reunion set for?
86. Help us. It'll be our 40 year,
It's
won't it
40
be?
years.
We're gonna have it.
2026.
26.
We're going to have it at the Godfrey Glazebrook. They don't know that yet, but that's what we're doing.
CJ, we're so old that we're thinking maybe of doing an 80s thing like they did last summer with
Yep.
the 60s class, and maybe doing something downtown with a block party or something
I
like
think
that.
that's a better way to do it
Yeah.
anyway at that point, because when I saw that, I went, that's brilliant. That way,
I know, we're
everyone's
already in
coming down, you
talks.
just have fun, With that being said, freezinforfunds.com, that is freezing4, F-O-R, funds.com, because you don't need to put the number in there. If you do, you aren't going to get to where you need to be. That's simple. But registration's in a month. You can either sponsor as a participant for $30 or really sponsor with a donation of $250. That entitles you to have your logo placed on the back of the commemorative shirts, 2 shirts per sponsor, and any other
Multiple entries.
multiple entries. How many entries?
At least 8 to 10. Yeah.
Wow. And so if I go and let's say I don't, want to do the whole $250, if I go and maybe do the $30, could I maybe do a couple more $30 purchases?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Every time you spend $30,
you get an entry.
You get an entry. So it just make it simple. And again, the more that somebody says your organization, the better your chances of us pulling it. And it can be from anywhere. So like whatever, Bethalto, Jerseyville, we love you. Come
on, huh?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
With that being said, I think this is awesome because I just thought about this too. This is really cool for nonprofits to share this information and say, buy your tickets and support this so we can win.
Absolutely. That's the best thing is share it with your, it doesn't hurt, and it's $30. And guess what? I always keep saying this: whoever wins, you're helping a charity out, and that's kind of what you're trying to do in the first place, right?
Yeah.
So somebody's getting this. It's not like you're sitting there and you're giving to a nonprofit and they're keeping the funds. We're not. We're just.
And CJ, if anybody wants us to come speak at their organization, we'd be happy to. We're meeting
absolutely.
With Rotary on this coming Monday night, and Junior League is presenting it to their organization. So we're already starting to do that also.
Really cool.
And it's just a great time of the year. I think people are thinking about giving right now. And so this is a great way to do that and to make their money count. It adds up every time they get another person to help.
Oh, absolutely.
So thank you for having us
Yes.
talk on the show today.
Yeah, you're
Really
great.
appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank
no problem. No, Riz who? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. With that being said, you can follow along at freezingforfunds.com. But if you have an opportunity just to go on the page, share the flyer, and make sure that the community knows that if you're in Wood River, Jerseyville, or wherever you are throughout the Riverbend, this is for you too. And really cool to see this keep growing. Thank you all for your time this morning.
Thank
You're
you
awesome.
for
Thank you,
having
buddy.
us.
Appreciate it.
We will take a quick pause here at 9:41. We'll come back. I don't know what we'll talk about next. We'll figure it out right here on a Wednesday morning in the heart of the 618.